Ladies and gentlemen of the press, what I said and what my two colleagues have said can be summarized as follows. One, recall that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case was commenced almost over 9 years ago when he was first arrested in Lagos. Recall also that he was then charged with offenses relating to his broadcast on Radio Biafra from his location in London. You can imagine what it means for someone to be on an endless trial that never really happens for almost 10 years and being detained without conviction for 18 months, initially from 2015 to 2017, and again for over 3.5 years from 2021 to the present day. This alone is a gross injustice of its unique kind. Two, it's also to be recalled that after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was freed on bail, Nigeria's army levied these lethal attacks against him that drove him into exile, involuntary exile, from which he was also renditioned in 2021. And recall the decision made in 2018 by the African Union that everything that has happened to the IPOB from 2017 to that very date, and of course, much worse happened after. Recall that those things were declared illegal and unlawful and as having violated the African Charter at a continental scale. Now, also, the same action, in particular, the proscription of IPOB in 2017, provoked or triggered the rush of litigation that eventually culminated in the ruling of the High Court of Enugu State, declaring that such actions by the federal government of Nigeria against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB are unconstitutional. So the question to ask is this: why is it that the IPOB, being of Igbo stock, it is not us as legal team making allegations? We have rulings of the international community. In the same vein, we have rulings of municipal courts in Nigeria indicating that what is happening to IPOB is nothing more than an ethnic-driven persecution. 3, now having survived the lethal attacks and having survived this many years in enforced exile, and having undergone all these tribulations and travails, and having been renditioned, these actions, this very action of the federal government of renditioning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu triggered the international legal order. In July 2022, the United Nations Human Rights Council came down with a gavel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned and that it was a violation of all canons of international law to which Nigeria is subject, and it recommended a generous compensation to be paid to him and cessation of his prosecution. That was ignored by the federal government. 4, it is noteworthy that on 29th June 2021, as indicated before, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arraigned. Well, you can say produced in court, albeit secretly, through the back door and presented before Honorable Justice Binta Moritala Nyako, who was aware that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had cancelled a record. The prosecution was aware Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had cancelled a record, not us, his former lawyers. And the DSS was aware of the information of his cancelled record. Everything was on file. Yet, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, or the court, conducted hearing over the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and remanded him to DSS custody without notice to his counsel, not to talk of presence of his counsel. This is a flagrant violation of Section 36 of the Nigerian Constitution. 5. When you fast forward to October 2022, when the Court of Appeal discharged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, there was also a judgment issuing from the Federal High Court sitting in Umuahia, which had declared his rendition from Kenya as unconstitutional. It didn't stop there. It went as far as declaring his continued detention in Abuja as unconstitutional.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Depending on whenever you are watching us from. It's another edition of Politics on the Streets. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, share, comment for more political discourse. Mr. Raphael.
Yeah.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lawyer has reported Nigerian government to Donald Trump concerning the prolonged incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. Now they are saying they are calling on the US government to sanction Nigeria over the prolonged incarceration of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
The sanction has actually started because you can see one of his policies is part of it is to at least stop the aid coming into Nigeria. One of the aids is American government has been paying and funding anti-virus campaign, HIV virus campaign across Africa. Even in Asia country, America is the funder, the one that is funding all those poor countries in Asia, especially Nigeria. The anti-HIV campaign is being funded by United States of America. Trump has stopped it. It is part of the sanction that Nigeria has, found themselves. Now, over Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration, Trump has actually sanctioned Nigeria political leaders, governors, ministers, commissioners, all the political leaders in Nigeria. None of them could find their way into United States anymore. Do you know why? That is visa ban on governors, on Nigerian president, vice president, all the presidential aid at Aso Rock. None of them can find their way into United States of America. That is the kind of ban, sanction that America has at least, been engaging against or with Nigeria currently. Tinubu himself, Baron Onoga, Bajapia Miller, Umeso Wike, Dave Omae, all of them, America has banned them. Visa ban. America has placed visa ban on all these politicians because of what is happening to Nnamdi Kanu currently. Alotu Sejimako actually, dazzled in the court of law against Nigerian nation. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu won the case. He was vindicated, discharged, and acquitted. DSS still hold him. And we've seen a recent prescription by a particular kangaroo court in the north that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, that IPOB is a terrorist. Yes, kangaroo court. All now to end up that they are holding a terrorist. That's what they will be telling the whole world. But not knowing that is very, very infuriating, highly provocative. If they dare do that on the basis that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, America is coming. Russia is coming. Russia is going to place serious embargo on Nigeria, visa embargo. As I'm talking to you, time shall come. You will say, I said it. Tinubu can never go to America again. Tinubu can never go to Russia. Tinubu cannot go to Israel. Of course, the role Chatima and Tinubu played from last year to 2023, 7th October, when Israel was having serious, escalation war with Gaza, at Gaza. Chatima went to United Nations meeting, summit in New York, not even in New York, in Europe, and voiced out that America, that Israel is killing their brothers in the Middle East. Who are the brothers of that man that is as black as chimp? He's saying that those white, Arab, Muslims are his brothers. How? Why? Simply because he's a Muslim. And all those Hamas Palestinians are Muslims. That's why he's calling them their brothers. And Israel is frowning at something like that. Any remark like that actually spells adversities and most hostilities against the Jews. How could Tinubu, of all people, and the Kashmir have at least voiced out that Hamas, Hezbollah, and the Palestinians are their brothers? That's why Israel is frowning at them, coming up with various sanctions against Nigeria presently. So what I'm trying to say is this: Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should have been out by now, but what is holding Nnamdi Kanu is ethnic bigotry, religion bigotry, and other vices in Nigerian system. Is the reason why, more or less, reason why Nnamdi Kanu is still incarcerated.
Okay, Mazi. So last thing before you go, I don't think Mazi will come out victorious.
Yeah, victoriously Nnamdi Kanu is coming. Nothing that has beginning on earth that does not have an end. As it is prophesied, as it was prophesied, and then Nnamdi Kanu himself, a prophet. I think Tinubu will have no reason not to do the needful, because he has been warned beforehand not to enter into any confrontation or controversy with the current American president, because the current American president, Donald Trump, will either make Tinubu or mar Tinubu. Yes. Thank you so much. You are welcome.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Christian.
Simon Ekpa get people that are lobbying for Biafra, and it is a plus. The way Simon Ekpa is going international, and it seems he's making this agitation a serious international issue by employing international lobbyists to make sure that Biafra is recognized at the world stage. Let's get a reaction.
Now, thank you for that wonderful question, the anchor of this great platform. First and foremost, I want to say Simon Ekpa has come out to say, or has outlined countless times, that he said that the Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold for the second time. Now when he said that, see, Nigerian government cannot win Biafra with a barrel of gold, it means that nobody needs to die for them to exit Nigeria. Now, Ojogun fought Biafra in a different dimension. Now, Mazi Kanu did it via his own dimension. So Ekpa is taking it globally. And now, we've seen world body recognize Biafra. We've seen the UN and then some other global body have come out to endorse the Biafra struggle. So kudos to him, it is a plus. Some persons have come out to say that Simon Ekpa should be discredited, the likes of Ohanes Ndigbo and that of the southeastern governors. But my question is that you said Simon Ekpa should not be taken serious. Then who should be taken serious? The government who is not willing to protect our people? Is it the people who have refused to speak up when the Igbo man has been marginalized in the country? Is it the same governors who have become a tools in the hands of their Fulani master? So for you to even have a character like Simon Ekpa and Nnamdi Kanu to have come out to say enough is enough, that we are tired of this contraption called one Nigerians. It shows that these people have this mindset that, see, they can no longer be the slave. So for him to have even gone as far as to hire lobbyists that will speak on behalf of Biafra in the world, in the UN summit, to me it's a plus, and that alone, the voice of Biafrans will be heard globally, and the voice of an Igbo man is also being heard globally. Now let me take it back the line. When Southern Sudan and South Sudan wanted parted ways, nobody killed each other. Nobody go through the route of violence. It was done amicably. So Simon Ekpa is doing it amicably for him to convince world leaders that this thing is possible, and why the government of the day, the present government of Nigeria, are not seeing it that way. Thank you. You can also
should the government, should the Nigerian government be worried about this?
why would they be worried? The same people have sent assassins to kill Sawolepa. Now only he has escaped. So see, one thing about it is that the government of the day, they are panicking. There's panic. You know what is now? Say a particular tribe or a major tribe to exit your country. You know how an Igbo man is. You know the investment of an Igbo man is in the country. Now imagine in Nigeria without an Igbo man. Let's just imagine that. That means dominance. That means the outside man would now dominate virtually every government parastatals in Nigeria. So now the reason why the Igbo man is still believe that's Nigeria is because the Igbo man is still in the contraption called Nigeria. But eventually, if the Igbo man leaves, my brother, the Yoruba man will know the true meaning of Nigeria, and then we now know who owns Nigeria. Just like what Angobula said, he said they are not scared of the Igbos parting, exiting Nigerians. That was what he said. He said they are not scared. Indirectly, that means the other tribe would not have sense of belonging in the country. And we know it. We know it. I know it too. And every man now has the spirit of dominance. You cannot dominate him. If a Fulani man has the spirit of dominance, for you to dominate him, it will take ages. In terms of population, you cannot dominate them. So one thing is that Ojukwu have foreseen this whole thing. That was why he championed this biafra struggle. And now, gradually, it is now becoming a reality in this contraction called Nigeria. Now, there are some Igbo men are even tired of the system called Nigeria. Just because they feel their brother is still in president. Man, my brother, I can bet you, come 2027, the Yorubas will be championing the Republic more than the Igbo man. I can bet you that. That I'm very certain of. Yes, we will championing because it is certain when their president, when their brother is being kicked away from the presidency, already there is a plot, and which he himself cannot escape. The president himself knows that there is a plot, and then the big shots in the north are forming alliance. You know it. RFI, a powerful influence in the north, is not in the league. Sorry, is not in good terms with the president. And now nobody can take that factor. What RFI did. I made President Tinubu emerge as the president via his own influence, and then we have also the likes of Angulai, which is the chairman of the Northern Order Forum. He said, post that election, that the Northern Order supported Tinubu, but come 2027, Tinubu will not get their support. So what does that mean? Now so now if the average left person is not given the vote, now where will they get the vote? It just come by 2027. The same thing the Yorubas have been after the Igbos for. Now they will be the master mind of it, because I can bet you by 2027 Yoruba will stop, and that's the slogan that will continue to trend, is that we are tired of the country, we want to follow the suit of the Igbo man and exit the country. And then the Igbo man now will not take them, thank them for being unserious, because now that the Igbo man is championing for the exit, we are saying the Igbo man is not serious. There are claims that the Igbo man is not serious, but I can bet you when the system will also catch up with you, then you will know why the Igbo man has been championing to exit. Thank you for always coming.